Let me ask you this:
Okay.
if I go on to live somewhat of a fascinating life,
you are right now.
Well, it may end at this point. You know, if I make something of myself somehow,
yes.
Let's say I don't know. I'll throw something. Let's say I get on Saturday Night Live or something, right?
Okay. Somebody's calling.
We got callers here. I'll put them on hold.
Cut your dreams.
And I do something fascinating, and then like a lot of fat comedians, I die young.
Yeah.
Would you put on a fat suit and play me? Would you do that for me?
Yes, I would.
I appreciate that.
I absolutely
I finally
would.
have a reason to
Absolutely.
die at 30.
I absolutely would.
Okay.
You'd be a good,
Let's
You'd
kill
be a
him.
great character.
I want to
Let's kill him. That's good. I need a job.
Hey, it'll
Push
finally
him in
get
front of a bus.
You'll finally get the show's name out there. I'll do anything for the
You
show.
keep bragging about killing Carlin. Now it's your turn.
No, I never. No, what I said was, I said,
clarify this.
which I would, Carlin, I loved more than anybody.
Yeah.
But when he was here, I realized I could have killed Carlin. Not that I ever would have killed Carlin,
but you could have, right?
But he, he came,
That's hilarious.
No,
it's
I mean,
true.
the guy is a legend. It could have ended on this show.
You could have killed him. You mean you physically could have come over the thing?
I
and strangled
don't know
him?
how I would kill him. I don't. But the idea, he was a very old, fragile man, and he came in here. Maybe if I would have made a loud noise,
was that the one time he was on here shortly before his death?
He did some call-ins, but that's the time that he came in to the studio.
Wow.
That's him right there on the wall.
He was great. He was amazing. He was great.
He was incredible.
He really was.
I told him that on the phone, too, after I said, I could have
really
killed
was.
you when you came in.
Oh, you said that?
He was laughing.
Yeah, I bet. He was great. I had very few guys that I thought of as kind of that great, and he was one of them. He was amazing.
Yeah, he was a brilliant guy and very, very serious about comedy.
No, I'm sure. He seemed like he was. He seemed like a serious guy kind of in general.
Very.
Behind the laughter, he was serious.
Yeah, he was a very smart guy. He had a lot of...
What do you laugh?
I don't know. That seemed insincere. That's why I'm laughing. You seem to be...
That was insincere. The thing about behind the laughter, there was tears, was insincere. I was not being insincere in that I think he was a serious guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were having a real conversation anymore.
Is that what we've been having?
I don't know.
Up to this point?
That's what you call this?
Let's go back. Okay. How much research when you go to play a character? Do you read every book on their life? I mean, how far does it go? For instance, when you were in Man on the Moon, another one of my favorite. A lot of my favorite movies. You're in them.
I'm glad. Yeah.
And did you go and did you read every Andy Kaufman book you could get your hands on?
Yeah,
and
there
watch
weren't many. I mean,
film?
I watched a lot of the stuff, but as I say, Bob was there, and as much as he was a pain in the neck, he was also. He was the best resource you could have.
I got news for you. He made up all that stuff.
I bet I'm sure he probably did.
Did he really?
I'm sure he did.
Could have.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of it is.
What about that Mr. X stuff?
Which is the Mr. X stuff?
Where Bob Zmuda, he writes in Andy Kaufman revealed that he was with this
guy he
crazy
worked with
producer.
made him buy all the donuts at the donut shop.
Yeah.
I know, he tells those stories and they're unbelievably hilarious, and he may be making some of it up, but I have a feeling the guy with the tape recorder around
I'm
his
not
neck,
sure what the story is.
There's a guy, he worked with the guy who was the writer of Saturday Night Fever, I think.
They never, in the book, they don't say who it is, but maybe you can
That's who he was. I can't
this.
remember his name, but he was the guy who wrote Saturday Night Fever, famous screenwriter.
Let's see if this caller's still on the line. They might have hung up. Yeah, they hung up.
Okay.
Call back. We'll take some calls. 646-312-4720. 646-312-4720.
Very good.
We're in the studio with Paul Giamatti, WBMB 87.9 FM, streaming live on the internet at comicalradio.com. And all right, let's pick up the momentum again. Every time I reset, it always there's a lull.
Yeah.
There's something terrible about resetting.
you're
in
I don't
the
know what
moment
to do now. Yeah.
Now we just stare at each other
feel
awkwardly
lost.
for a few minutes.
I feel lost.
Go to your
I feel
Cliff
awkward.
Notes, Danny. That's what they're there.
Yeah. I feel a little lost.
Cliff Notes. Let me ask you this: you've gotten to work with some great people. Mm-hmm. Are there still people out there that you'd like to work with? I know. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you answer.
No. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there is. Oh, there we go. Somebody's calling.
Well, you'll have a minute. Caller, you're on the line. Comical Radio. Who am I speaking with?
Dude, it's Dylan.
Hey, Dylan. We're in the studio with Paul Giamatti. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
You know this guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you have a question for Paul?
I I didn't. Now I.
He was just calling for.
He was calling to say what's up.
Well, I have a question. I do have a question. I do have a question, Paul.
Yeah.
How did they convince you to come on the show, Paul?
That's an excellent question. I ran into Danny one too many times and finally just gave in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ran into, by the way.
Stalked by.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's hard to say no to Danny. He's actually a very nice gentleman.
Very charming.
Well, thank you, Dylan.
Yeah.
Very charming.
Yeah, and he runs a good ship over there.
He does.
That's all I had to say, Paul.
Thanks for calling, Dylan.
Thanks, Dylan. Momentum is back.
Yeah, here we go. That was it. That
He's
picked
got
it
a
up.
very nice show. Why are you there?
Shot in the ass that the show needed.
Yeah.
Do we know that guy? You know that
Yeah,
guy?
he calls in all the time.
He calls in occasionally.
Yeah.
He does
But
a
you only
segment.
know him because he called. Oh, he does.
He does a
He'll do-
segment.
yeah,
on
he
the
does,
show.
he does a
He
segment.
runs a website that tells us about news and comedy.
It's
So
it's
our industry guy is the worst call-in, and we have to talk to him every week with call-ins.
Hilarious. Ay. Okay.
So let's go back to my question.
Yeah.
I mean, you've worked with Woody Allen. What was it like, first of all, to work with Woody? Because I know him a little bit, but he's very
I didn't have
non-communicative.
that much to do in those movies. I mean, a lot of the time we sat around forever, and he doesn't have a. I mean, he kind of has a script, but he's not very communicative, which I'm fine with. I don't mind it, but it makes a lot of people anxious.
It's very upsetting. Why
It's
would you
weird.
just sit there quietly all the
I don't
time?
know. I don't know. He's a shy man.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's a
for
power
it.
game. Uh-oh, it's
I think we
Dylan.
have another caller on the
Dylan.
line.
All right.
Caller,
Okay,
you're
Dylan.
on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. We're in the studio with Paul Giamatti.
Yes.
You have you have a question.
I'm actually. I could listen online as well, right? I don't have to shut it off.
What happened to the screener?
Do you have a
Where'd the screener go?
You have a question for Paul?
He's got a technical question. He's like, if
This
I
guy's
open
just-
this up
guy's
in
out
my...
in the office
Okay.
outside, I think.
Hello?
Yes. You hear me?
Yeah. Do you have a question?
All right. I actually wanted to say, I can't believe how you've got that guy there. That's very cool.
It's the same question, basically. What am I doing here?
All right. Well, do you have any questions
Why
for
am
Paul?
I
Yeah,
here?
I do. First of all,
What the hell is that guy
Danny,
doing?
I actually met you a few times. I don't know if you remember me. I used
Me?
to have a show there called the Italian Society radio show.
Okay.
And we lasted like for the summer and a few things. Once I said, Chris, I'm feeling you. I'm from Brooklyn too.
Okay.
And so Paul, I wanted to say, other than you've had a very successful career, congratulations. What's the motivation to keep on going? And do you feel like you've reached your peak, or do you feel like
Yeah, you peaked.
Are you over?
Some days I do. Some days I feel like I've reached my peak.
Right.
But I don't know. I hate to say, and I don't mean to be facetious, but sometimes I don't know what else to do with myself. So I just keep doing it because I hope I get better at it.
Right, and I guess that's it. It's just pretty funny hearing everyone laughing there.
Yeah, no, we're having a good time.
All
Very
right.
good. Enjoy, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. What was his name? Tony.
I don't know. He's in Godfather 3. Okay.
Oh man. Do you feel you're always
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Do you feel like you're always growing as an artist the more you do it?
Well, of course, his paycheck has been growing.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly. I'm
a few
expanding
years
the
ag-
house, and so, yeah.
Yeah, a few years ago, you
I was
broke
nothing.
You broke the note. I think it was like 2-3 years ago. You
Yeah.
were saying you broke the $5 million mark when you do a movie.
No, I haven't done that.
I think you have. I think you were saying. I
I don't know if you're aware of this, Paul, but
Really? Did I? Jesus. Are you in on the secret meetings?
you got to read your Wikipedia.
I guess so. I guess so. Jesus. I'm doing really well.
we got some more callers waiting
really?
on the line. We have Jason on the line. Jason, can we patch that one through? No? All right, we're in the studio with Paul Giamatti.
I wanted to ask you about you did the Lady in the Water.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe I like that movie more than you did.
Challenging. Oh, you like that movie?
No, I did. I really liked it.
Okay.
What was it like working with Shyamalan? Was he
very good?
Okay.
Yeah. No, he was great. He's he runs a nice set. You have a good time. There's lots of hors d'oeuvres and things like that going on.
The hors d'oeuvres.
Yep. Yep. The hors d'oeuvres.
Working with M. Night Shyamalan, better than Skull and Bones.
That's right. Much better. Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Much better than Skull and Bones.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect when I saw that, and it came off really good. I was expecting a horror, but it was like this fantasy.
You liked it,
and I loved it.
Why do you sound so surprised?
Well, because a lot of people didn't, and it got pretty severely hammered.
I really liked the movie.
I like it too. I mean, it's got
that's
problems,
one of yours that I haven't seen.
Well, it's
yeah, patch him through. All right. Yeah, we got a good team here.
Crack team, Cracker Jack.
Cracker Jack.
Yeah, well,
I'm glad you like them. Thank you. I like that movie too. It's a good movie, but he was good to work with.
How about Jim Carrey? Oh, here, we'll get back to that.